Median is also another measure of central tendency. It simply means that it is a measure of central tendency which gives the value of the middlemost observation in a data. If here you have learned that if n is odd, it depends upon the number of observation. If n is odd, then the median is n upon n plus 1 upon 2th observation. It is a position. Here if n is odd, suppose if n is 5, then it will say 5 plus 1 upon 2, that is 6 upon 2, third observation it will be. If n is even, then the median will be the average of n upon 2 and n upon 2 plus 1th observation. It simply means that it is n upon 2th observation plus n upon 2 plus 1th observation divided by 2. So here we have two formula. That means if you have a raw data, ungrouped data, and if the n is odd, then we can find the median position as it is a middlemost. So n plus 1 upon 2th observation. So you get the position of the median, the value. If n is even, then it is the average. It is the average of n upon 2 and n upon 2 plus 1th observation. So let's see by an example. So here for the example, find the median of the numbers 19, 21, 35, 10, 32, 22, 9, 17. So here we can find the total values here. The observations are 8 observations. So to find the median, the first thing and the foremost thing is to arrange the numbers in the ascending or in the descending parts. So because you have to find the middlemost value. So when you arrange in the ascending order, here you can find 9, 10, 17, 19, 21, 22, 32, 35. We have arranged. Now n is 8. There are 8 observations. So which is even. So the formula for the median is mean of, or we can take the average of n upon 2 and n upon 2th observation. So it is nothing but we are taking n upon 2th observation since it is even plus n upon 2th plus 1th observation divided by 2. So here n is 8. So here we have 8 upon 2. So 8 upon 2th observation plus 8 upon 2 plus 1. 8 upon 2 plus 1th observation divided by 2. So here we have 4th observation plus 5th observation. 2 4 is 8. So 4 plus 1 5th observation divided by 2. So 4th observation here we can say 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4th observation is 19. 5th observation is 21. So 19 plus 21 divided by 2. So 19 plus 21 will give you 40 divided by 2, that is 20. So the median of a ungrouped data, here we can find that if it is even, then you have to use this formula and get the position, and therefore we can find out the median is 20. Suppose it is odd. For example, if I don't include this 35. So if it is odd, now in this case, if it is n is odd, so n is 7. So if n is odd, then we know that the median formula is n plus 1 upon 2th observation. So n is, here we are saying the position, the n is the number of observation is 7. So 7 plus 1 will be 8 upon 2th observation. So 8 upon 2, that means the 4th observation. So here the 4th observation is here 19. So median here in this case is 19. So I hope you have understood when n is odd and when n is even, how can we find the median for a ungrouped data. To find the median for a group data, we require less than cumulative frequency. Less than cumulative. Cumulative means a collective frequency we require to find the median. So let's take the data. Here are the number of students and their scores, marks scored. So there are 3 students who have scored between 0 to 10. 4 students have scored between 10 to 20. 5 students have scored marks between 20 to 30. If I am asking less than, so there are 2 types of cumulative frequency. One is less than and other is more than. So for less than type, it is we are comparing with the upper limit. So less than 10, how many students have scored 3? Less than 20, how many students have scored? 3 plus 4, that is 7. Less than 30 marks, how many have scored? 7 plus 5, that is 12. Less than 40. So here we are giving a cumulative representation, cumulative frequency. Here if I say 7, there are 7 students who have scored less than 20. There are 12 students who have scored less than 30. There are 25 students who have scored less than 40. There are 36 students who have scored less than 50. 42 students have scored less than 60. As we go on, you can find cumulative frequency is in the ascending order, and the last number represents summation Fi. The last number represents the summation Fi, that is the total frequency. Now, why this cumulative frequency is there? It is very important to find the median class. As we know, here for median, we require to find median, we require median class. For that, we should do first n upon 2. N upon 2 is nothing but 42 divided 42 divided by 2. That is nothing but 21. So here this 21, you have to see in the cumulative frequency the number which is greater than 21. So when you see greater than 21 is 25. So here the median class, you can say, lies between 30 to 40. So here we can say median class is between, that is 30 to 40. So again I repeat, to locate the median class, we have to do n upon 2 to find the middlemost observation. So 42 divided by 2, we got 21. We have to see in the CF column the number which is greater than 21. So greater and near to 21, that is 25. So here this is a median class. This 13 represents the frequency. This 13 represents the frequency, and the cumulative frequency which is in the formula, which we take in the formula, is a frequency which is preceding to the CF column, this median class. This 12 is a CF. You should not consider 25 as the CF, but the frequency, cumulative frequency preceding to it, that is 12, is considered as cumulative frequency for calculating. Once you have understood, now with the help of the formula, we can understand how median, what is the formula of median, and what are the terms involved in it. Let's understand how to find the median for a group data. As we have seen how to find the cumulative frequency, and cumulative frequency is very important to locate the median class. The formula for the median is L plus n upon 2 minus CF upon F into H. So here L stands for the lower limit of the median class. As we all know this condition, there are two conditions for locating a median. First, the classes should be continuous, and to locate the median class. So once we locate the median class, a quick revision, we do n upon 2. After doing n upon 2, we find out the number which is greater than the number in the CF column. The number which is greater than in the CF column, that corresponding to that class interval, that is a median class, and F is that frequency. So n is the number of observation. SCF is the cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. As we have already said, we should take CF preceding the median class. F is the frequency of the median class, and H stands for the class size. So median formula is L plus n upon 2 minus CF upon F into. Let's solve some exercise 14.3. The following frequency distribution gives the monthly consumption of electricity of 68 consumers in a locality. You have to find all the three measures of central tendency and compare them. Let's take this example. First one. So here we have given 65 to 85. They are the monthly units given. Frequency is given. Let's focus first on median. To find the median, first you have to find the CF. That is less than type, that is less than upper limit. So how many consumers are consuming electricity less than 85 units? They are 4. Less than 105, that is 4 plus 5, that is 9. Less than 125, so less than 125 I want, that is 9 plus 4, 9 plus 13. If you add, you will get 22. That is 9 plus 13, that is 22. Here less than 125, that is 22 plus 20 will give you 42. Less than 165, so 42 plus 14, that is 56. Less than 185, that is 56 plus 8, that is 64. Less than 105, that is 64 plus 4, that will give you 68. So as you find that this 68 is nothing but summation Fi, or we can say n, the total n. After finding CF, our main aim is to locate the median class. For that, we'll do n upon 2. So n is 68, so n upon 2, 34. So number which is greater than 34. So greater than 34 is nothing but 125 to 45. So in the greater than 34 is 42. So this is a median class. 125 to 145. 20 is a frequency. 20 is a frequency. CF is a preceding class. So CF is 22. N is 68. F is 20. H is the class size, that is upper limit minus lower limit. So you can take any of the class, that is 145 minus 125 will give you 20. So the formula is median equal to L plus N upon 2 minus CF upon F into H. So we just simply substitute. So 125 plus 32 minus 20, 34 minus 22 upon 20 into 20. So this 20 will cancel easily in this case. So we are left with 125 plus here 34 minus 22 will give you here 12. So here we will get 137 units. So we got the median, that is median consumption of electricity is 137 units. Now let's find a mode for the same data. Now the same data is there. Let's find the consumer. So here we require modal class, and the classes are continuous. So modal class, the highest frequency here we can say is 20. Therefore the modal class is 125 to 145. Here we know this is F1. So the corresponding frequency, this is F1. This is the preceding to that will be F0, and this is F2. So we apply the formula L plus F1 minus F0 upon 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 the whole into H. So we substituted. L is the lower limit of the modal class, 125 plus 20 minus 13 upon 2 into F1, that is 40 minus 13 minus 14 the whole into 20. So we get 125 plus 7 upon 13. So here we know it is 40 minus 27. So 40 minus 27 is 13 into 20. So we have calculated this, that is 140 upon 1, that is 13. So when you do this separately, when you 140 divided by 13, you get 10.777, and that is 135.77 units. So we found out mode. The mode of the data is 135.77 units. Let's understand how to find the mean for the same data. So to calculate the mean, we know that we have to first find the class interval, class mark. We have to find out the class mark for each class interval. So class mark is calculated, that is termed as xi, and xi is found as upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. That is 85 plus 65 divided by 2. We get, this is 75. So here we get 150 divided by 275. Similarly, to find the class mark, 105 plus 85 divided by 2 plus 85 divided by 2, we get 190 divided by 2, that is 95. So on we find the class mark for each classes. Frequency is written. Now we are using assume mean method. So here we need to reduce the xi. So to reduce the xi, we find out what is A, that is assume mean. So we are assuming the assume mean as 135. So the formula DI is xi minus A. So xi in this case is 75. 75 minus 135. 75 minus 135 will give you minus 60. 95 minus 135 will give you minus 40. 115 minus 135 will give you minus 20. 135 minus 135 is 0. 155 minus 135. So now 155 is bigger than 135. So here we have 155 minus 135 20. 175 minus 135 40. 195 minus 135 60. So we got DI. Now we'll calculate FIDI. FIDI, so FI is 4. 4 into minus 60 will give you minus 240. 5 into minus 4, that is 20, so minus 200. 13 into minus 20 is minus 260. 20 into 0 0. 14 into 20 is 280. 8 into 40 is 320, 4 into 60 is 240. So when you find the summation of FIDI, first we calculate all the positive values we add. So 280 plus 320 plus 240 will give you 840, and here minus everything, here you'll get minus 700 when you add, as you know that minus is plus. So 840 minus 700 will give you 140. That is summation FIDI is 140. Summation FI is 68. So the formula for mean by assuming method is mean equals to A plus summation FIDI upon summation FI. That is equal to 135 plus 140 upon 68. So we divide 140 upon 68. So we get 2.06. Therefore 137.06. So from here we can conclude median we have got 135, mode we have got 135, here we are getting 137. So in this case you can find mean, median and mode are more or less they are equal in this distribution. We can find they are approximately same. Let's see the next sum. The median of the distribution is given as 28.5. Find the value of the unknown frequency that is given in the form of x and y. So whenever median word is there, so first we have to find out cumulative frequency, that is CF, less than type. We have to find the cumulative frequency and apply the formula. So let's see the sum. Here class interval and the frequency is given this, and we have to find out x and y. So let's find out cumulative frequency. So here less than 10 it is 5. Less than 20 it is 5 plus x. Less than 30, in this less than upper limit 30, it is 20 plus 5 plus x, that is 25 plus x. Less than 40, it is 15 plus 25 plus x, that is 40 plus x. Less than 50, it is 40 plus x plus y. Less than 60, it is 40 plus x plus y plus 5, that is 45 plus x plus y. This 45 plus x plus y is nothing but summation fi. Summation fi. So here we first find out here n upon 2 for usually the data, but here the median is already given as 28.5. So it is very easy to locate the median class. 28.5 lies between 20 to 30. Therefore the median class is 20 to 30. Here the lower limit is 20, f is 20, and you have to take the preceding class CF. So CF is 5 plus x, h equal to 10. So the formula is median equals to L plus n upon 2 minus CF upon f into h. So we substitute 28.5 equal to 20 plus 30 minus CF is 5 plus x. So put in the brackets, it's a binomial because the sign will change, upon 20 into 10. So 0, 0 here will cancel. We are left with 28.5, 20 comes here, so minus 20. So 30 minus 5 minus x upon 2. So here 8.5 equals to 25 minus x upon 2. That is 17 equal to 25 minus x, therefore x equal to 8. Once we get the value of x, we can find the value of y, because we know that 25 plus x plus y, that is summation fi, is nothing but the total frequency is given as 60. And we already got the value of x, therefore x plus y is 60 minus 45. That is 15, and we got the value of x is 8, so we can substitute and get the value of unknown, that is y equal to 15 minus 8, that is nothing but y equal to 7. So here we understood how to find out the unknown frequency when the median is given. Now the next sum, third, the life insurance agent found the following data for the distribution of ages of 100 policy holders. Calculate the median age if the policies are given only to the persons whose age is 18 years onward but less than 60 years. So here we have to find the median. The first thing we have to find out the cumulative frequency. Here just observe the data. Here we can find age in years, that is below 20, below 25, below. So this 20, 25, 30, 35, they represent the upper limit. They represent the upper limit, and the policy holders are given. When we observe very carefully the policy holders 2, 6, 24, 45, 78, 89, we find that it is uniformly in the ascending order and it is increasing. And the last here, so here this is not frequency, but actually here cumulative frequency is given. And here the class interval we have to find for the, so we all know the median formula is L plus n upon 2 minus CF upon f into h. So to find that, here CF is given, so first we require the class, because we require the lower limit and also the frequency. So when you frame the class, so here we can write either below 20, so here we can find the difference between each class mark is, this is a class upper limit. Here we can find the difference between the upper limit is 5. So we can frame the class interval as 15 to 20, 20 to 25. Check whether this 25 is the upper limit. So 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 45, 45 to 50, 50 to 55, 55 to 60. So class intervals are formed. So to find from cumulative frequency the frequency, just go on subtracting. So below 20 there are 2. Now below 25 there are, here 25 it is a cumulative, it is including even 20. So here it is 6 minus 2, that is you get 4. Similarly, to find below 30, this is a cumulative, to find the frequency it is 24 minus 6, that is 18. To find below 35, that is 45 minus 24, that is 21. Below 40, 78 minus 45, that is 33. Below 45, that is 89 minus 78, that you will get as 11. Similarly, 92 minus 89, that is 3. 98 minus 92, 6. 100 minus 98, so we get 2. So once we get frequency, so now we'll find n upon 2, that is 50. So 50, you have to see the number which is greater than 50. Greater than 50 in the cumulative frequency column, greater than 50 is 78. So here the median class is 35 to 40, and therefore L is 35. F is 33, CF is the preceding to CF, that is the CF column. So preceding to that is 45. H, we know that we have taken the class width, thus class size is 5. So median equals to L plus n upon 2 minus CF upon F into H. So when you substitute 35 plus 50 minus 45 upon 33 into 5. So we can simplify this separately, this, and then add to the 35. So 50 minus 45 will give you 5. So 5 into 5 will be 25 upon 33. So 35 plus 25 upon 33 will give you 0.76. So 35 plus 0.76. So median is 35.76. So I hope you have understood how to calculate median very easily.